Family, friends, and guests, welcome to the 312th commencement exercises of Bowling Green State University. Let the ceremony begin. Our commencement tradition is to begin and end each ceremony with the sounds of the centennial, an original musical composition written by BGSU alumnus Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Nowlin, director of the President's own United States Marine Band. The piece was commissioned to celebrate the centennial of Bowling Green State University. Would you please rise and join us in honoring our spring graduates, led by the deans of the academic colleges in order of founding of the university. In keeping with the significance of this momentous occasion, we ask today's attendees observe several courtesies. To our audience and guests, please do not enter the commencement area or obstruct the movement of today's participants. A professional photographer will be taking pictures of our graduates. In honor of our graduates, would you please silence your cell phones? In addition, we ask our audience and guests to remain seated at the end of the ceremony for the recessional, while the platform participants, faculty, staff, and our newest alumni recess. Once the graduates leave the seating area at the conclusion of the commencement exercise, you may join them at a reception in the front of the Stroh Center in Schmidthorst Heritage Hall. Upon leaving, you're invited to explore campus with your graduate. To our graduates, please follow the directions of the commencement marshals, ushers, and staff. Following the ceremony, you're invited to visit bgsu.edu/commencement for a website that highlights today's commencement and your time at BGSU. Now, if you'd please join me in welcoming representatives of the faculty of Bowling Green State University. Please welcome the President's Platform Party, Honorary Degree recipient, Oral Hershiser, Board of Trustees Chair and alumnus, Drew Forhan, members of the Board of Trustees, academic deans, and our Faculty Senate representative, Interim Provost and Senior Vice President, Dr. Glenn Davis, and the 12th President of Bowling Green State University and alumnus, Dr. Rodney Rogers. Please remain standing for the national anthem. under the leadership of vocalist Michael Perry, a bachelor's candidate in the College of Musical Arts. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Elizabeth Menard, Associate Professor of Music Education in the College of Musical Arts, and I have the honor of serving as the University Marshal for today's ceremony. I want to thank Mr. Perry for his performance of our national anthem. Please be seated. It is my pleasure, on behalf of the faculty, to officially welcome you to the 312th commencement exercise of Bowling Green State University. This occasion offers an opportunity to come together as a community of learners, both to celebrate and to reflect upon our graduates' many accomplishments. For each graduate, and for all of us, this is a significant day. It is now my pleasure to introduce the 12th president of Bowling Green State University, Dr. Rodney Rogers.
Thank you, Professor Menard. And so, good evening. Wow, spring 2025 graduates, parents, families, spouses, partners, friends, and special guests of Bowling Green State University. Today, we are here to celebrate a very momentous occasion in the lives of 2,524 graduates. Big number. So before we begin, I would please allow me to recognize those individuals who provide the leadership of Bowling Green. So first, allow me to introduce the platform party, and I would ask for those individuals to stand when I name their names and remain standing, and then I'm going to ask you all to hold your applause until the end, all right? And we're going to begin with our honorary degree recipient, Oral Hershiser. Okay, you can clap. Okay. Followed by the Board of Trustees Chair and alumnus Drew Forhan, Board of Trustee Member and alumnus Paul Hooker, Board of Trustee Member and alumnus Mizell Stewart, Undergraduate Student Trustee Cole Nemeth, Glenn Davis, Interim Provost and Senior Vice President, Alan Rogel, Faculty Senate Chair, and I would also like to introduce the deans of our academic colleges, some of whom have led their participating college into the ceremony. Ali Eskandarian, Interim Dean of the Graduate College, Trinka Messerheimer, Associate Dean of the College of Education and Human Development. Alan Schindel, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Jennifer Percival, Dean of the Allen W. and Carol M. Schmidthorst College of Business. Jim Ciesla, Dean of the College of Health and Human Services. Bill Mathis, Dean of the College of Musical Arts. Wael Mokhtar, Dean of the College of Technology, Architecture, and Engineering. And Aaliyah Carter, Dean of Firelands College. Simon Morgan Russell, Dean of the Honors College. And Sarah Bushong, Dean of University Libraries. Please join me in a round of applause for these individuals. So great universities are comprised of great faculty. They are absolutely at the heart of the academic mission of what we do. Their teaching skills, their research, their creative activities, their academic expertise, their engagement in your education are the hallmarks of a Bowling Green education. And so I would ask our faculty and staff that are in attendance tonight, representing all of our faculty and staff, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. You know, certainly you have worked with great faculty and staff as members of this graduating class here at Bowling Green. But there are other individuals that do a lot of work behind the scenes sometimes, quietly behind the scenes, that have made a real difference to help prepare you for great careers and great lives. And one of those individuals is Dr. Glenn Davis. Now, he currently is serving as our interim provost, but he continues to serve as the vice president for student engagement and success. And today's ceremony marks his last official duty as the interim provost. As our new provost will arrive, Dr. Ravi Crovey, he arrives on Monday to officially assume that role. And so I thought it would be appropriate for us to recognize Dr. Glenn Davis for doing 2 jobs for the salary of 1 this last year. Dr. Davis, thank you. So now, I want to share with you a few statistics and facts about this graduating class, all right? So I am very pleased to report that our graduates and their classmates spent a great deal of time studying. Now, studying takes fuel, and BGSU Dining tells me that our graduates ate a lot, okay? The Starship robots have had 511,470 deliveries. And I understand one member of this class actually had 896 deliveries while they were at Bowling Green. Who was that? Huh? Oh yeah, and Starbucks. BGSU Dining tells me that they served 647,171 drinks over the last 4 years. That's a lot of time in the Starbucks line. And our CIO, our Chief Information Officer, he told me that you consumed 987 thousands of terabytes of data on our Wi-Fi. Netflix? Hulu? No, Canvas, right? You spent all that time on Canvas, I'm sure. So we are absolutely celebrating the great accomplishments of a wonderful group of graduates this weekend. And as a public university for the public good, you have already created public good by recognizing how important it is to pay it forward. Those students, you have been involved in student life and in our signature co-curricular activities. You've averaged 94,701 community service hours each year. And in this past year alone, our students at this institution raised more than $500,000 in support of nonprofit organizations. That is pretty impressive. The value of the Bowling Green degree that you are about to receive has never been higher. We continue to be ranked as a Tier 1 university by U.S. News and World Report, and according to the Wall Street Journal, for the 5th year in a row, our students overwhelmingly said they would choose their university, our university. You would choose this university again, ranking us as the #1 public university in the Midwest and the top 3 in the nation. Thank you for that commitment. You know what? And in those same rankings, the Wall Street Journal also recognized something that we already know. The experience at Bowling Green is unparalleled. They ranked us as the #1 public university in Ohio and one of the top in the nation for the student learning experiences and opportunities. Indeed, there is great momentum at this university. This is absolutely a time of great momentum and excitement at Bowling Green. Mass times velocity. That's our momentum.
Whatever Ellen and I have done or will do for Bowling Green pales by comparison to what Bowling Green has done for us.
Tonight's attendance, 4,201. Point and set number 2.
Remember Jackson, what he did the last time he tried to return a punt. It's a fake. Pass wide open. Caught. Johnson, touchdown.
Look at this. Here we go. Bowling Green with the backdrop of Dublin streets. It is spectacular.
We're going to get stronger. We're going to get faster. We want to find out who we are. I'm just really excited to immerse myself fully here at this great university.
The momentum that we are having today is not because of any one thing or any one single individual. It is because of many working together, taking action, and pushing us forward. So each of you have had a role to play in this momentum that is created at this institution. And as I had mentioned, in total, there are 2,524 degrees that we are celebrating this weekend. 13.1% of our graduates are students of color. 62.8% are women. There are 114 international students representing 34 countries throughout the world. Of those students receiving an undergraduate degree, the youngest is 18, the oldest is 61, and last night, the youngest graduate recipient was 21, and the oldest was 71. So, as you can see, our graduates include both the young and the young at heart. You are diverse. You come from small towns and suburbs and big cities. You are from different parts of Ohio, all over the United States and all over the world. Some of you may have completed your degree completely online. And I know this may be the first time you are physically on this campus and you're meeting your colleagues and classmates in person for the first time. However, each of you have found one thing in common. You have found a university where you could belong. You found your place at Bowling Green, maybe in the classroom or in the laboratories, in residence halls or in clubs or student organizations or in Greek life or on athletic fields. You made Bowling Green your community and your home. And in recognition of your many accomplishments, I would like to now ask a number of students if they would stand and be recognized. So many of you have grown through experiential learning and co-curricular involvement and engagement across the campus. So any student out there, if you studied abroad, if you've any time in your 4 years participated in a learning community, perhaps any time you've completed an internship or co-op, perhaps you've worked on campus or off campus, or you've gotten involved in service learning, or you've conducted research, or you've taken a part of an opportunity to a leadership opportunity like a student organization, an honorary, an advisory board, athletics, club sports, residence education, student government. If you've done any of those, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. So that is the power of the Bowling Green experience. And I thank you for being an active and involved member of this community at Bowling Green. So finally, I would like to recognize the heroic service of our United States veterans, active and ROTC members of the armed forces who are graduating today. Would you please stand and allow us to thank you for your service? Thank you for your service. So earning your degree today places you in a very select group of people. Less than 7% of the world's population has a bachelor's degree or higher. So you have clearly earned it. Yes, of course you've earned it. But recognize in that same statistic, the vast majority of people have not had the same opportunities as you or I had to go to college and earn a degree. You've worked hard, absolutely, but many did not have that opportunity. So stay humble, of course, but also I would point out, because you have that degree, especially this Bowling Green degree, it comes with immense responsibility in my mind. So you see, not only have you invested in your own personal education by hard work and paying tuition, your family certainly has invested in your education, but by attending a public university, the citizens, residents, and taxpayers of the state of Ohio and the nation, they've also invested in you. I mean, do we have taxpayers here? I bet we do. They've all invested in you. So why would they do that? Well, they would do that because they want you to be prepared for great careers and great lives. But I think it's also because they want you to be involved and engaged in your communities. They want you to be involved and engaged in democracy, to make this democracy thrive. They want you to be involved and engaged. You know, this past week, I was in Columbus, Ohio, our state's capital, and I was struck by a quote in the entrance of the Ohio Department of Education from Margaret Mead. And Margaret Mead was an American anthropologist who studied cultures from across the world. And the quote said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." Thoughtful, committed citizens. So I thank you in advance for not only having great careers, but have a great impact on the communities that you're going to be involved in. Get active, be involved, volunteer. And if you're able, financially support maybe charities in the area. It's too soon for me to ask for a gift from Bowling Green, don't you think? Yeah, probably. But you have the opportunity to make a difference with your time, your talent. Be generous with how you create good. We have a lot of immense responsibility. I thank you in advance. We're counting on you. Now, we also know that not one of us has gotten to where we are without the support of others. And for our graduates, I am sure a lot of people have helped you to achieve this goal today of earning this degree. And some of them may be with us today. And so it is now my pleasure to honor them. So I'm going to ask the parents, the spouses, the partners, the children, the grandparents, the family members, friends, or anyone else who has helped any of these graduates be successful today. Would you please stand if you're able, and so we can recognize you? Thank you all for your support. So, in closing, I'd love to speak directly to the graduates if you'll give me just a few more moments. So soon, you're going to be graduates of Bowling Green. And we absolutely want you to go out and create public good. And you know, that really starts with each one of us. It starts with each one of us and how we live our lives. And so if you will allow me, three things I'm going to ask of you, all right? 3 things. So first, I hope you will always remain curious, right? Curious, asking questions, trying to understand other points of views. It's okay to change your mind once you've asked and learned more. So be curious. Be curious. Second, you know, I ask you to, though, remain bold and be willing to take action, okay? So be bold and be willing to take action. And by that I mean, don't be afraid of tackling messy challenges or to challenge maybe what has always been done. I'm reminded of a quote by George Bernard Shaw that says, "This is the true joy in life, the being used for a purpose recognized by yourself as a mighty one, the being a force of nature, being used for a purpose recognized by yourself as something that is meaningful, being a force of nature." So the world, we need more problem solvers and thoughtful doers. And remember, it's not the sound of the flock, but the movement that causes the flock to take flight. Talk is cheap. Be bold. Take action. Be a force of nature. So curiosity, if you ask a lot of questions and challenge maybe the status quo, but in a thoughtful, respectful way, but you ask a lot of questions, And if you're being bold and taking action and trying things and doing things, when you do those two things, sometimes you're going to ruffle some feathers, right? So my last ask is to always be kind. The world needs more kindness. You do these three things. You be curious. You be bold. You be kind. You do those three things, you will do very well, but you will also do good. Congratulations, graduates of Bowling Green State University.
Thank you, President Rogers, and good evening, everyone. Today, in addition to awarding degrees to our graduates, we have the privilege of granting an honorary doctoral degree. Honorary degrees are awarded to individuals in recognition of their remarkable achievements, their exemplary leadership, and their outstanding contributions to their communities. Earlier today, we continued this distinguished academic tradition. Following approval by a unanimous vote from the Board of Trustees and the Faculty Senate, BGSU honored Oral L. Hershiser IV with an honorary doctorate of leadership studies. All right. Dr. Hershiser is widely known for his distinguished career in Major League Baseball, most notably in Los Angeles and in Cleveland. His journey, however, began in Buffalo, New York, and moved through New Jersey before he brought his talents here to Bowling Green State University, which included pitching a famous no-hitter against Kent State in 1979. We'll applaud for that one, too. Dr. Hershiser made his major league debut with the Dodgers in 1983, and in 1988, he delivered one of the most extraordinary performances in baseball history, setting a major league record with 59 consecutive scoreless innings. That same year, he earned the National League Cy Young Award and was instrumental in securing the World Series championship to the Dodgers while claiming both NLCS and World Series MVP honors. Following his career with the Dodgers, he transitioned to roles as author, coach, broadcaster, and entrepreneur, demonstrating his continued leadership and adaptability. Dr. Hershiser is the author of Out of the Blue, a work that chronicles his athletic career and reflects his core values of leadership, discipline, and integrity. This book also reflects his foundational leadership principles, modeling the way, inspiring a shared vision, challenging the process, enabling others to act, and encouraging the heart. Dr. Hershiser is a dedicated supporter of BGSU and has been instrumental in helping to preserve the baseball program, served as a mentor to his students, served as and supported critical facility improvements. His return to campus in 2023 and his keynote address at the inaugural First Pitch Dinner in 2024 have left a lasting impression on our institution and on our students. We are proud to recognize his exemplary leadership, his distinguished professional achievements, and his steadfast commitment to the mission and the community of Bowling Green State University. Please join me in welcoming our honorary degree recipient and commencement speaker, Dr. Oral Hershiser.
Hello and wow. This started 47 years ago, my freshman year. I was academically ineligible with a 1.2, ladies and gentlemen, parents and grandparents. Aren't you guys so glad that parents and grandparents can forgive a 1.2? My parents laughed like that, but not really. This feels like home field advantage. I'm going to say, of the 3 commencement addresses, you guys have applauded the most, and thank you very much. In some ways, I owe a huge thank you to the trustees, to Dr. Rogers, Dr. Percival, to Derek Vandermeer, to the athletic department, to the baseball team, Coach Halleck, who won the MAC championship last year, because the momentum that Dr. Rogers talks about was started here at Bowling Green when they let me back in. So I flunked out. My girlfriend broke up with me. I ran away from home. I started hitchhiking back to Cherry Hill, New Jersey, where I went to high school, skipped finals week, ran out of money in Pennsylvania. My parents had to Western Union me some money so I could take a bus home to Michigan where they lived. And when I got there, they were kind of mad. My mom didn't even greet me at the door. My dad said, "You have put your mother through a ringer, and you have two choices. You can go to work, or we can try and get you back into school." So he drove me down here to Bowling Green from the Detroit area, and the business college let me back in, and not without going to summer school and getting grades and actually going to class. I wouldn't have flunked out if I had Chat GPT. That freshman year, ladies, I ghosted my classes like a bad Tinder date. You guys never had them here, right? The odds are good if men and maybe the men are odd, who knows? So my career then started my junior year because I had a good junior year. I made all Mid-American Conference and baseball started to pan out. I got drafted. My fraternity brothers played a trick on me like they did Deion Sanders' son. They called me and said I was drafted in the second round by the San Diego Padres. I wasn't drafted till the 17th round by the Los Angeles Dodgers. Again, my parents were disappointed, but this time it wasn't my fault. And so I turned pro, and I spent 4.5 years in the minor leagues, and I made it to the big leagues, and I ended up at the White House at the last Reagan State dinner after the '88 World Series, sitting next to Margaret Thatcher, Walter Annenberg, Baryshnikov, Governor Christie, and an amazing, amazing night. And that was just some of the things that you get exposed to as you build your mass and gain your velocity when you leave Bowling Green. And that's what you guys are about to do. You're about to get and create your own momentum. And you are the mass. And the mass can be doubled and tripled by friends, families, coworkers, mentors, anybody you can come in contact with to make you a better person. And then add the velocity of showing up on time, shaking hands, opening the door for a lady, having manners, staying the extra mile, working really hard, not chasing a paycheck, but chase experiences, chase an education and continue your education right into the business world. We saved the Bowling Green baseball program after the pandemic. Dr. Rogers had some very tough decisions and had some budget cuts. And 3 men came into my life that were ex-teammates from here at Bowling Green, Dana Dowers, John Mitchell, and Dave Litzenberg. And that core brought me back to Bowling Green. I could have easily wrote a check because big leaguers, we don't make as much as Ohtani does now. I was actually with the highest paid player in 1989, and I made $7.9 million over 3 years. Ohtani now makes $700 million through 10 years. He's doing pretty good. But I could have just wrote a check and said, I owe this to Bowling Green and for giving me a second start. But I came back for the first pitch dinner, and I got to meet these wonderful people. I got to meet some of you. I got to be around Dean Percival. I got to have some of my business contacts fall in love with what my goal was. And we have now not only saved the baseball program together with the alumni and the trustees and Dr. Rogers, we are going to make the baseball program thrive. And we're going to thrive with a new stadium. And there's some donors up here on this stage that have been very generous. And we're not only going to stop at baseball, because my financial advisor is a company named Masterpiece Financial, and they're out of Toledo and Ann Arbor. They have a relationship with J.W. Cole, who's their broker-dealer. And then they have a relationship with Asset Mark, which is a financial tech company that's worth about $140 billion. And they've already donated about $300,000 to the business school and are working on mentorships and internships and all kinds of things, maybe even bringing software here to help the finance department and the accounting department. But we're not going to stop there. And I tell you this, of what's happening in my life and what's happening in the momentum of Bowling Green and what these great people are doing, is that please don't leave this university and forget about it. It took 47 years for this to get around my neck, but it was because Bowling Green helped make Oral Hershiser. And without the second chance, I probably would have had to go back to work and maybe never would have been a baseball player and never have lived this great life. Please leave here and make an impact, cause some momentum, have a great Mass, and add that velocity, and continue to be the great people that you are. I love this culture. I love this part of America, and you guys are a big part of it. Congratulations on a day. Have a great time.
Welcome home, Dr. Hershiser. So, throughout his sports and entrepreneurial career, he has demonstrated incredible grit and determination. As many of you know, there was this nickname, the Bulldog. And the Bulldog is there for a reason: grit, determination. And here's what I want to point out to each of you. So, Dr. Hershiser has spoke at 3 commencement exercises today. That is a triple header, right? You've pitched some double headers, but a triple header, no, he was a closer, and boy did he close today, didn't he? Wasn't that amazing? Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to have you back at Bowling Green State University. So now, I invite Provost Davis to present our students as candidates for degrees to be granted today. Dr. Davis.
Thank you, President Rogers. As Interim Provost and Chief Academic Officer of Bowling Green State University, I have the honor to recommend our graduates for their degrees. Before I call upon our deans to present our undergraduate candidates, I would like to recognize those students who have excelled in their academic endeavors and are graduating with academic distinction and honors. This is a great achievement for these graduates and also for their families and supporters. BGSU congratulates you for your commitment to academic excellence. There are 1,084 students receiving degrees with Latin honors this commencement at Bowling Green. To graduate cum laude, a student must have a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.5. Would those graduating with the distinction of cum laude please stand if you're able and be recognized? Thank you. To graduate magna cum laude, a student must have a cumulative grade point average of 3.75. Would those graduating with the distinction of magna cum laude please stand if you're able and be recognized? Thank you. And finally, to graduate with the distinction of summa cum laude, a student must have a 3.9 cumulative grade point average. Would those graduating with the distinction of summa cum laude please stand if you are able and be recognized? Thank you and congratulations. Bowling Green is also proud to recognize graduates who complete their collegiate academic experience with a perfect 4.0 grade point average as recipients of the President's Award. 152 students have received this honor this year and are wearing a medallion and a bright orange graduation cap in recognition of this award. Would those graduating with the distinction of the President's Award please stand if you're able and be recognized? Thank you and congratulations. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Dean of the Honors College, Dr. Simon Morgan Russell, for his remarks.
Thank you, Provost Davis. I am pleased to recognize the outstanding achievement of our students who have been honored through Phi Beta Kappa, Phi Kappa Phi, and who are in the Honors College. Phi Beta Kappa and Phi Kappa Phi are each one of the world's leading academic honors societies. Only about 10% of higher education institutions in the world have Phi Beta Kappa and Phi Kappa Phi chapters, and Bowling Green State University is proud to be one such institution. In addition, we have 77 students from our Honors College who are graduating this weekend. The University Honors Program was established in 1978, and it was designated as the Honors College in 2013. This community of scholars completes designated coursework and an honors project, which includes independent research. These students must maintain a 3.5 grade point average or higher in all of their coursework. They are wearing the Honors Medallion, a symbol of their academic success. Would our Phi Beta Kappa, Phi Kappa Phi, and Honors College candidates please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated.
BGSU was founded in 1910 as a normal school focusing on education and teaching. 115 years later, we have grown to 9 academic colleges and more than 200 majors and specializations. To honor where we began, however, we will present our undergraduate candidates by the order in which our colleges were founded. Tonight's ceremony includes 3 colleges: the Allen W. and Carol M. Schmidthorst College of Business, the College of Health and Human Services, and the College of Musical Arts. I now call upon Dean Jennifer Percival to present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the Allen W. and Carol M. Schmidthorst College of Business.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Jennifer Percival, and I'm proud to serve as the Dean of the Allen W. and Carol M. Schmidthorst College of Business, founded in 1935. President Rogers and members of the Board of Trustees, on behalf of the faculty of the Schmidthorst College of Business, I am pleased and honored to present these candidates and recommend them for degrees.
Silas Levi Schmenk, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Brian Charles Pugh. Bryce Andrew Basinger. Tara Rose Heitmeyer. Zachary Michael Rhea Long. Samir Percival Menez. William Walker Haskell, cum laude. Peter David Kraft. Noah Keith Lee. Noah's diploma is being presented to him by his father, Brad Lee, AVP, Finance and Business Operations. Mackenzie Grace Kraftchick. Derek Richard Meyer. Devin James Ratterman. Owen August Plyman, cum laude. Tyson Mark Ruenkamp. Alexander Rodkin, magna cum laude. Olivia Eve Stegman. Leah Marie DiPaolo, cum laude. Paige Marie Varner. Samantha Ann Ellerbrock, magna cum laude. Kayla Ann Brickner, summa cum laude. Grace Elizabeth H. Miller, cum laude. Clara Pauline Foster. Logan Isaiah Helton, cum laude. Troy A. Dilly. Ethan D. Griffin. Gino Edward Michetti. Justin Jeffrey Leonard. Braden J. Buechler. Katrina Mendez Abalnik. Reagan Joy Berkey, summa cum laude, University Honors. Jada Tamar Tucker, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Sean Patrick Arth, magna cum laude. Andrew James Klein. Giovanni Marie Spitali. Lily Jones. Julia Marie Centafanti. Emma B. Shrimper. Matthew David Sigler. Aiden James O'Hearn, summa cum laude. Trey S. Growy. Brianna Christine Kurtalik. Tristan Irene Norden. Samantha Alejandra Avila Rangel, cum laude. Caitlin McCool Lentz, cum laude. Abigail Rose Stucker. Abigail's diploma is being presented to her by her mother, Jen Stucker, professor, School of Art, College of Arts and Sciences. Jenna Hastings, summa cum laude, University Honors, Presidential Award recipient. Chloe Nicole Lloyd, magna cum laude. Danielle Marie Wood, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Julianne Wallenhorst, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Anthony Joseph DeSenza, Jr., summa cum laude. Vito Edward Freight, cum laude. Justin T. Pandy, summa cum laude. Luke Michael Tykodi, cum laude. Daniel Bruce McGowan. Alexander Han Wellman. Bryce Carl Newman. Blake Matthew Sell. Macy Grace Freilich. Jillian Dolores Stover. Brandon Matthew Tucker. Isaac Erdadi. Shivam Chetan Kumar Patel. Madison Hope McCarty. Joshua David Boyers. Elise Ann Steigerwald, magna cum laude. Jennifer M. Burkutch. Matthew Robert Kish, magna cum laude. Brandon Scott Kemmerer. Cole Michael Harrington. William Frederick Hall IV. Alexander Prescott Hungerford. Jacob Scott Cecil. Daniel Hartman, cum laude. Tanner A. Myers. Jaden Davis. Reese J. Wheeler. Isaac Cisco. Gacy Ezekiel Aman. Nathan Lee DeRoche, cum laude. Nathaniel Joseph Bowers. Joshua Charles King. Austin Negre, cum laude. Jordan Tyler Combs. Austin Jerme May. Carlos Zaragoza. Chloe Lorenz Raymond, cum laude. Tatum J. Prophet, summa cum laude. Lauren Lucille Crawl. Sarah Mackenzie Bazul, cum laude and university honors. Andrew Thomas Baker. Kelsey Pack. Amanda Rose Torzetio. Madeline Kathleen Applegate. Jade Alexandra Peace, cum laude. George R. Klepek. Graham F. Bowerman. Connor Michael Pollux. Aiden John Zimmerman. Jessica Michelle Long, magna cum laude. Tyler Isaac Doyle, cum laude. Braylon Sue Caudle. Kylie Joe Marie Potts. Alexander Coriston Wimbley. Mason Jacob Lukens. Ryan Christopher Shaunter. Mason Slattery. Ethan Dylan Ackerman. Giovanni Thomas Iannelli. Brooke G. Korsgaard, magna cum laude. Brittany Catherine Herbie, cum laude. Elizabeth May Bumb. Haley Jane Nelson, summa cum laude, university honors and President Award recipient. Zachary Matthew Ward, cum laude. Jacob Evan Richard Vanio. Evan Anthony Boros. Renato Prangetta. Jaden Marie Frigerio. Isabel Rose Gilmore, summa cum laude, university honors, presidential award recipient. Sydney Schaefer. Jacob William Earl. Jordan P. Patrick Gardner. Sarah Ann McCarty. Megan A. McClellan. Owen Matthew Hawk. Cole Cameron Comstock. Robert Dylan Breckler. Noah Benjamin Coven, summa cum laude, President's Award winner. Luke David Schuler, summa cum laude. Lucas James Kerr. Jacob Ross Dubendorfer. Cameron Daniel Horvath, cum laude. Jacob S. Ruby. Tyler Lane Clem. Evan Reed Rosplowski, cum laude. Aaliyah Marie Kilgore. Caitlin Grace Hanef. Connolly Ellie Kale. Brianna Lee Graham. Ryan C. St. New. Blake Christopher Seifring. Reese Nicholas Stamen, summa cum laude. Evan P. Dorston. Justin Addison Moeller. Caleb David Bundy, cum laude. Zoe M. Young. Kenzie Irene Fortman, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Aiden Daniel Warnick. Carson Gregory Tombley, cum laude. Jillian Lee Kuneve, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Mercedes Marie Elizabeth Carr. Naomi Grace Caparelli. Katie Crawford. Rebecca Ann Strack, cum laude. Kan Hui Ha, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Corinne Elise Johnston, cum laude. Morgan Rebecca Berardi, cum laude. Carson Ray Bowen. Julia Louise Martorano, magna cum laude, University Honors. Celia C. Baranek. Meredith Nicole Schultz. Anthony Michael Castrigano, summa cum laude. Emily Sue McCauley. Madison Paige Traxler. Cadence Lee Gill. Amelia M. Newmeyer, magna cum laude. Matthew Wayne Wisniewski. Logan Moon. Dalton Matthew Hannas, cum laude. Carson William Gaeto. Chase Thomas Watton. Christopher Zeno Regas, cum laude. Zachary Edward Seaman. Garrett Jordan Ebert. Kelly Shaolin Shivers, magna cum laude. Dariani C. Wenrick, magna cum laude. Simone Donache Morrow Bottaford. Olivia P. Webster. Kylie Ann Beagle, cum laude. Anton Charles Hugh Pembroke, summa cum laude. John Arthur Santini III, magna cum laude. Jack R. Slezak. Brandon Anthony Rockwood. Gabriel Joseph Stowe. Joshua Dennis Barda. James Clyde Hynett. Shantae Heather Ziefart, summa cum laude, University Honors Presidential Award recipient. Zizong Sky Yang. Henry Marlon Tipping. Logan Thomas Revere. Madison May Thompson, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Clayton Monroe Scalina, magna cum laude. Richard Wigan III. Daniel Patrick Snyder, Daniel's diploma is being presented to him by his mother, Amani Rosengarten, assistant to the AVP for planning, construction, and campus operations. Bailey Lynn Weaver. Avery Rose Snyder. Avery's diploma is being presented to her by her parents, Jeff Snyder, Director, School of Earth Environment Society, and Fran Snyder, Adjunct Instructor, Geology. Jack Joseph Higgins. Dylan Michael Esper, magna cum laude. Jack R. Casenza. Jake Michael Herman. Carrie Abigail Allen. Gavin Benjamin Maxwell. Justin Frank Stahorsky. Madison Grace Treglia. Emily Ann McNeese, cum laude. Carson R. Lewandowski. Desiree Rosado Santiago. Catherine James Luzinski, magna cum laude. Cole Alexander Eckhart. Caden Anthony Walters. Robert William Roop. John Howard Cusack. William C. McLean, cum laude. Also, Freddie Falcon. Morgan Trumpler. Kathleen Ann Hall, cum laude. Elizabeth Auline Babcock, cum laude. Erica Post, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Alexa Renee Adams. Madison Grace Gehring, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Sydney Elaine David. Nathan Needwicki, magna cum laude. Ethan Ronald Klotz, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Mason Wilhelm Trout, cum laude. Madison Paige Johnson. Bryneth Ann Michael, summa cum laude. Luke Thomas Lehman, summa cum laude. Zachary Carl Lehman. Christian James Zacharich. Jason Thomas Naylor, cum laude. Ryan Michael Panic, summa cum laude. Jeremy Michael Barley, magna cum laude. Isabel Ann Mraz, cum laude. Ashton Elizabeth Steele, cum laude. Jacob Dylan Spradlin, cum laude. Christian Allen Isler, magna cum laude. Nicholas Isaac Stern, cum laude. Kaylee Bryn Ransom, summa cum laude, University Honors. Elijah Christian Salarno. Emma Jeanette Steingass. Andrew Nicholas Sorg, cum laude. Zachary James Royal. Andrew Moosebrugger. Owen Nicholas Schneider, cum laude. Justin Robert Pickerel. Justin's diploma is being presented to him by his mother, Sherry Pickerel, Senior Budget Coordinator, School of Media and Communication. Maxwell William Buckman. Robert Adam Hauser, cum laude. Jonathan Anthony Knieper. Mason James O'Neill. Luke Alexander Hodap, magna cum laude. Clark E. Hamilton. Henry Milton Luther, cum laude. Casey Michelle Nagy. Emma K. Tucker, magna cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Sheeks, summa cum laude. Madison Marie Glass, cum laude. Kira L. Turner, cum laude. Ian Thomas Rescola. Gavin C. Parenti, cum laude. Jason Lee Waller, Jr. Ben Wozni, cum laude. Ryan Francis O'Hara, magna cum laude. Spencer Christopher Schneider. Cole Nelson Merrill. Foster James Cross, cum laude. Carter Thomas Welch, cum laude. Olivia Grace Phillips. Malachi Thomas Kennedy II. Taylor O'Malley. Taylor R. Fuller, magna cum laude. Abby Nicole Campagna, magna cum laude. Julia Rose Borodkin. Reese Copeland Shull, summa cum laude, University Honors. Kyle Daniel Negan. Kyle's a Freddie Falcon. Owen Connor Hendricks, cum laude. Jordan Lynn Rapelli. Helena Beam, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Isabella Grace Beam, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Andrew Thomas Etzkorn. Carson Trent Schlatter. Cole J. Dorner. Ethan Christopher Fisher. Ethan's diploma is being presented to him by his mother, Carrie Fritz, Director, State Fire School. Darren Joseph Hudak, summa cum laude. Sorry, we'll try that again. Darren Joseph Hudak, summa cum laude. Zachary R. Burrow, cum laude. Cade Thomas Ripke. Noah Dale Vols, cum laude. Caleb Augustus Lorenzen, summa cum laude, University Honors. Catherine Elizabeth Fisher, summa cum laude, University Honors. Clayton James Skelly. Nathaniel Mario Frateroli. And this concludes the recognition of the bachelor's candidates from the Schmidthorst College of Business. I'm going to put this on the top of all of those. So this is the first group. And I'm going to put them all together.
Good evening. I'm Jim Ciesla, and I'm proud to serve as the Dean of the College of Health and Human Services, founded in 1973. President Rogers and members of the Board of Trustees, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Health and Human Services, I'm pleased and honored to present these candidates and recommend them for degrees.
Emily Michelle Watkins. Lane Michael Mefford. William Umbento Ciesler. Connor A. Slosher, cum laude. Ethan M. Motter. Mason V. Grow. Madison Lorraine Young, magna cum laude. Wyndham Francis Reed, summa cum laude. Scarlett Edwards Anderson. Alexis Ann Borkey, cum laude. Aubrey Lee Hill, cum laude. Evelyn Maylee Cook, cum laude. Devin Lamar Clisby. Monet Alexandria Jones. Cole A. Nemeth. Cole's diploma is being presented to him by his mother, Dana Nemeth, reference archivist, Popular Cultural Library, University Libraries. Cole is graduating cum laude and is the outgoing undergraduate student trustee. Elena Drew Burley, magna cum laude. Alexis Ann Reich, cum laude. Catherine Moeller, cum laude. Connor Jason Kish. Gavin James Beery, cum laude. Kennedy Marie Moore. Nathaniel J. Mercier. Sean Ian Roberts, cum laude. Peyton Ravina Zenaida Rentz, magna cum laude. Kaylee Christine Brittenberg, summa cum laude. Jamari Neri Walker. Brittany Marie Euler. Raquel Lauren Coughlin. Alexander Adelbart Manter. Reagan Michelle Gorgic, cum laude. Kaylee Jade Sanchez, magna cum laude. Alexis Michelle Bornhorn, cum laude. Bailey Elaine Lawrence, cum laude. Kaylee Nicole Boki, cum laude. Brooke Emily McNamara. Kyle Lee Wilcox. Shelby Catherine Getz. Emily Ann Keene. Elizabeth Anna Halbart. Emma Caden Jones. Yulia Katai Sasha Carolio. Lacey May Vogel, magna cum laude. Brooklyn Paige Wright. Megan Jessica McCullough. Elena Grace Krupp, cum laude. Dariana McKnight. Danielle Kane. Danielle was also one of our Fridas. Aaliyah J. Glenn. Jatanya Brown. Peyton A. Konopka. Iris Isabella Thielen. Karis Kaylee Kathleen Thomas, magna cum laude. Marciana R. Black. Perry Aaron Coleman Jr. Alexander R. Wood, magna cum laude. Madison M. Sircone. Maeve Cregan Macero, summa cum laude. Jonathan Craig Rittenhouse, cum laude. Olivia Starr Zale, cum laude. Parker Allen Schoen. Mia Caroline Harper. Liliana Rose DeBartolo, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Justin David Perino. Rayana Vasil. Allison Ray Moreland. Nicholas North King, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Olivia Mackenzie Crone. Sarah L. Shepard. Reagan Don Cole. Alexander Michael Apple. Emily Elaine O'Connell, magna cum laude. Gabriella Dominique Brown, cum laude. Alexis Lena Parchman, cum laude. Anicia Danae Fagan. Ryan H. Stevens. Emily Caitlin Taylor, summa cum laude, President's Award recipient. Alyssa Lynn Barnett, summa cum laude, President's Award recipient. Lana Renee Heath, cum laude. Abigail Carolyn Pinco, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Ella Grace Dede, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Abigail Renee Mann. Carly Elizabeth Hudson, cum laude. Emily Madeline Lambert, cum laude. Ella C. Dosek, summa cum laude. Rachel Caitlin Abramson. Hannah Marie Borer, cum laude. Megan Jeanette Rhodes, summa cum laude. Ella Grace Rodriguez. Olivia Rose Zamarsley, magna cum laude. Sabrina Raquel Ramos, cum laude. Brooke Elizabeth Brown. Skylar Rose Collins. Lauren Marie Frederico. Cameron Ashley Corbin. Caitlin Elizabeth Pancake. Brooke Nicole Robbins. Maya Ray Page Card. Nevaeh Angel Krantz. Victoria Mihalik. Ashley Rose Tiergartner, magna cum laude. Jordan Elizabeth Bishop. Brooke Sierra Pringle, summa cum laude, President's Award recipient. Anna Florence Catenhouse, summa cum laude. Riley Megan Petrie. Claire Elizabeth Putoff, magna cum laude. Samantha Violet Hoover, magna cum laude. Kendall Marie Roush. Abigail Jo Lawrence, cum laude. Olivia Reagan Lupino, cum laude. Peter Michael Wiley. Matthew Isaac Oury. Bree Kaylee Gallimore. Bree's diploma is being presented to her by her mother, Jean Gallimore, retired Dean of the College of Technology, Architecture at Applied Engineering, and she is graduating, summa cum laude. Kylie Olivia Ross. Providence Gianassi Smith. Caitlin Paige Mellish. Rachel Lee Moran. Marley Leanne Jones. Caitlin E. Britton, cum laude. Abigail Barbara Ann Figursky, cum laude. Dejanay Capri Witcher, cum laude. Carolyn Ann Frost, cum laude. Isabel Marie Kennedy, cum laude. Maggie Therese Pites, magna cum laude. Ashley Marie Kidd, cum laude. Livia Sue Benjamin, magna cum laude. Emma May Carpenter. Daniel James May. Jonah Gabriel Davis Cheshire, cum laude. Crystal Marie Dawson, magna cum laude. Benjamin James Buatia, magna cum laude. Madeline Marie Lindo. Josephine M. Varwig, cum laude. Allison M. Montanero, cum laude. Gwendolyn Rose Gagne. Jordan Elise Morstadt, cum laude. Paula Manavin Chindavong. Riley Nicole Conrad, magna cum laude. Shelby June Bajerick, magna cum laude. Kate E. Raymert, summa cum laude. Ellie Jo Hoffman, cum laude. Olivia Jewel Craig, cum laude. Marissa Carol Males. Leah Grace Williams. Leah's diploma is being presented to her by her mother, Beth Williams, Assistant Clinical Professor, Food and Nutrition Department. Aaron Kelly McLaughlin. Ethan Michael Mahaney. Weston Allen Schrader, summa cum laude, President's Award recipient. Brandy Metzger. Ella Rose Frazier, cum laude. Megan Nicole Schenker. Christy Elizabeth Schneeg, magna cum laude. Kendra Marie Miller. Catherine Ann Klein, cum laude. Cadence Grace Nicholson, cum laude. Samantha Grace Wagner. Paige Jacqueline Burtis, cum laude. Bryn Avery Gardner. Madeline Nicole Haynes. Catherine Elizabeth O'Byrne, cum laude. Naomi Ann Carl. Olivia Ann O'Black, magna cum laude, University Honors. Grace Haley Lynn Metz. Emily Nicole Reif. Olivia Faith Riggs. Elise Nicole Murrison. Emily Gabert. Kaylee M. Smith. Amanda Nicole Mantle. Carly J. Dibling. Carly's diploma is being presented to her by her mother, Julie Dibling, Senior Administrative Secretary, Student Success Center, Schmidthorst College of Business. Matthew Stewart. Ashlyn Nicole Kramer, University Honors. Irma Jean Shanice Golden. Lorene DeLille. Camera Brittany Brown. Raven Rose Farnsworth. Madeline Marie Feitner, cum laude. Anna Marie Lipinski, cum laude. Audrey Marie Simpson. Natalie Hope Ball, magna cum laude. Anna Marie Lynn Schmid. Jacob Christopher Everly. William Christopher Fulmer. Zion Kirail Singletary. Hunter Blake Schiffler. Amy Conte. Brooke Lenee Brown. Olivia May Sattler. Cassidy K. Stanford. Hannah Ethel Sudak, cum laude. Marina May King, cum laude. Haley Faith Smith, cum laude. Elise Dawn Fenstermaker, cum laude. Aubrey K. Hollenball. Jocelyn J. Gray White. Megan Alexa Solon. Heidi Christine Wenson. Samantha Marie Menpaul. Courtney Jaden Brown. Caitlin Joanna Burnham. Adam Taylor Cartwright. Josie Danielle Anderson. Hannah Marie Tullock, cum laude. Alexa Christine Folk. Grace Madeline Heitkamp. Kendall R. Miklos. Delaney Renee Kruger. Ashley Taylor Hartzell, cum laude. Emily K. Dunlap. Keegan Douglas Smith, magna cum laude. Andrew Philip Caleb, cum laude. Aiden Von Krager, summa cum laude. Cassidy Luann Halstead. Sydney Lynn Puckett, cum laude. Faith Ann Foltz, cum laude. Audrey Renee Kreitz, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Addison McNamara. Peyton Marie Garbig. Kara Rain Wilder, cum laude. Taylor Campbell Hedges. Colin Matthew Oglesby, cum laude. Mackenzie Elizabeth Rail, cum laude. Camille Audrey Smith, cum laude. Savannah Catherine Kroll. Ashley Louise Shepard. Lauren Elizabeth Vaughn. Chloe Elizabeth Genevieve Jaffe, cum laude. Gabrielle M. Repko. Emily Catherine Chisholm. Brittany Lucille Spots. Morgan Taylor Schick. Diaba Diane. Taylor Ann Terrence. Emma Elizabeth Caskey. Daniel Grace Schrader, summa cum laude. Gabrielle Rose Tardiga, cum laude. Jocelyn D. Jones, magna cum laude. Evelyn Joyce Butler, magna cum laude. Abigail Iwee Kramer. Emma Joy Patterson, magna cum laude. Anna Melissa Kaus, summa cum laude. Khalees Marie Palmer. Julie Nicole Seward, magna cum laude. Grace Catherine Johnson, summa cum laude, University Honors Presidential Award recipient. Madison Elaine Williams. Aaron Thomas Deutsch, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Helena Sonia Katakis. Caitlin LaGrange. Claudia Lucille McKinney. Micah Adrian Burkhart. Zachary J. Price. Audrey Elizabeth Narhi, cum laude, University Honors. Dakota Elizabeth Sage Zerman, magna cum laude, University Honors. Sarah Jane Murphy. Sophia Elizabeth Cassandi, cum laude. Olivia Michelle Taylor, magna cum laude. Cassandra Ann Schroyer, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Alexis Haley Klein, magna cum laude. Ashlyn Renee Kester, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Rachel Elizabeth Wozniak, magna cum laude. Megan E. Gallagher. Michael W. Becker, summa cum laude. Mallory Nicole Fannin, summa cum laude. Kelly Carvacho, cum laude. Alexa D. Coverman, cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Carly Lynn Coverman, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. This concludes the recognition of the bachelor's candidates for the College of Health and Human Services.
Good evening. I am Bill Mathis, and I am proud to serve as the Dean of the College of Musical Arts, which was founded in 1975. President Rogers and members of the Board of Trustees, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Musical Arts, I am pleased and honored to present these candidates and recommend them for degrees.
Christopher Paul Cesare. Zachary John Ortega, cum laude. Noah Christopher Elliott. Julia Rosemary Posdany, summa cum laude. Lydia Sage Long, magna cum laude. Haley Marie O'Loughlin, magna cum laude. Emma Rose Zamansik, magna cum laude, University honors. Kylie M. Bergler, summa cum laude, University honors. Elijah Arthur Stewart, magna cum laude. William Hunter McIntosh. Francis Michael Sanzo, summa cum laude. William Wilson Edwards, cum laude. Jaron Carl White, cum laude. Daniel Yang. Michelle Anatola Shumalit Tayville, cum laude. Gracie Catherine Hayes, summa cum laude, University honors. Zushi Fu, magna cum laude. Ayana Hadassi Grant, cum laude. Andrew Lawrence Jenkins, magna cum laude. Natalie Grace Arrington, magna cum laude. Justin Michael Brown, magna cum laude. Hannah Oprea, cum laude. Abby Bell Mahalik, magna cum laude, University honors. Ian Garrison Keller, summa cum laude. Braden Michael Perry, summa cum laude. Gabriel Elijah Schweitzer. Phoebe Joelle Saboli, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Abigail Marie Peterson, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Joseph Francis Miller, summa cum laude, Presidential Award recipient. Joshua Daniel Leipout, summa cum laude. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the recognition of the bachelor's candidates for our College of Musical Arts.
Thank you. And this is the best part. Will all the degree candidates please rise? Chair Forehand, it is my privilege to present these candidates to you. On behalf of their faculty, advisors, and deans, I hereby recommend that degrees be conferred upon them as indicated in the official program. And I want to take a moment to thank Chair Forehand. This is his last official duty as chair of the Board of Trustees. While he will remain for one more year as a member of the Board of Trustees, I want to take this moment and please join me in thanking him for his extraordinary leadership as chair of the board.
Thank you very much, Provost Davis. On the recommendation of the faculty and by the virtue of the authority vested in me as chair of the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer on each of you the appropriate degree as listed in the official program with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities appertaining thereto. This is the appropriate time for the symbolic change of the tassel from right to left. To our newest alumni, let me be the first to welcome you to one of the most valuable perks, a supportive network of more than 200,000 alumni around the globe. I hope all of you have had the type of experience that will empower you to tell the BG story as you begin your next journey. Welcome to the Alumni Association of Bowling Green State University, and we hope to see you back on this campus very soon. In fact, our 2025 homecoming, just so you know, is September 11th through the 14th. Please be back in Bowling Green. And now, for the first time as alumni of Bowling Green State University, please stand and join me in the singing of our alma mater, performed by the members of the men's chorus. The words may be found in the last page of your program and on the screen behind me.
Thy faith.
Alumni, please be seated. President Rogers will make his final remarks.
After the president's closing remarks, we ask our audience and guests to remain seated for the recessional, while the platform participants, faculty, staff, and our newest alumni recess.
So graduates, today is your day, the pinnacle of your academic experience at Bowling Green State University. And so as we close the 312th commencement exercise, please remember that Bowling Green will always be one of your homes, and that each of you will be forever welcomed here as part of the Falcon family. And I ask you to stay engaged with your classmates, but also this university, a university that is better because you chose to be here. You know, on these occasions, I'm reminded of a quote from BGSU's fourth president, Dr. Ralph McDonald, and it's inscribed on the stonework of the Bowen-Thompson Student Union. You know, it reads, "We are linked to this institution by invisible bonds that do not wither or dissolve." We, all of us, are linked to this institution by these invisible bonds that do not wither or dissolve. You see, your success is our success, and our success is your success. We are linked by invisible bonds to this institution. And so as we look out to our newest alumni, we see the next generation of thought leaders, of risk takers, of visionaries, and we hope big dreamers. You are graduates of a public university ready to create public good by making a difference in your careers, in your family, in your communities, in your alma mater, in your nation, and in the world. That is what we do. That is who we are. You are entering the next chapter of this journey of life. And this next chapter, it's yours to write. We cannot wait to see what you accomplish. It will be extraordinary. I, Ziggy Zumba!
Amen.